everyone, welcome back to Possessed Guardians. For those who haven't watched my videos before, my name is Laura and this is just my journey into the paranormal world, specifically haunted objects and dolls. If you have watched my videos before, then you'll know that I am incredibly awkward in front of the camera and that has not improved. So yeah, if you haven't watched it before, you are in for a treat. So if you do follow us on our Facebook page, then you well know that Alice is here. Alice arrived yesterday and I cannot explain how excited I was when the postman came to the door. I had to control myself, which was quite difficult. So Alice is here. I have purposefully avoided doing any sort of work with her, I've communicated with her, I've talked to her, but I've avoided any sort of tools to get her or to try and see if she could talk back to me. And I think it's more just she's supposed to be quite a young spirit, and I do think that I don't want to overwhelm her any more than she already has been. If you don't know about Alice, so Alice was purposefully sold as a haunted doll. The information that I have about her is that her name is Alice. She is a young spirit. She is very gentle and she's very mischievous. So in one of my other videos, when I described Alice, I used the word mysterious. Yeah, I was actually trying to say mischievous. So as you can see, that worked really well. So she's supposed to be quite a mischievous little spirit, which is quite exciting. So she arrived yesterday, and I did originally think about keeping her separate to my other doll. So we have spoke a little bit about my other doll, and actually I have some quite exciting news to tell you, which I will tell you when I get to it. I'm trying to see if I can follow like a pattern in my talking to you. I don't really know if that's going to work. You know what I'm like, I dart back and forth. I have 50 billion zillion things in my head that I want to get out to you, and I've got no filter. So let's just see how it goes. So I originally wanted to keep Alice and my other doll separate. I just thought that that's what you should do when you introduce a new spirit into your home. And then I just sort of had the feeling that actually they would probably go quite well together. I think Alice is a very young spirit, and I always got the feeling from my other doll that she was an older spirit. So I thought Alice could do with having that older spirit to sort of keep her safe and make her feel comforted. So I did decide to put them together, and they have stayed together. And I think that will probably be how I will keep them, other than when I'm working with them individually. So before I get to Alice, I just want to talk to you about my other beautiful lady. So this is her. Some of you will have met her before. um I have introduced her in another video. She was a charity shop find. She is not supposed to be haunted. Well, I say she's not supposed to be haunted. Like, things aren't supposed to be haunted anyway. Things just become haunted. She was not sold as a haunted doll, is what I'm trying to say. So I actually did some work with this beautiful lady yesterday. Was it yesterday? I'm not sure when it was. I've got no concept of time. So I did do some work with her, and I used the pendulum to try and just try to strike up a conversation. So I had never used a pendulum before. It was very new to me. So I did cleanse my pendulums, which they say you should do, and I charged them as well. So you're supposed to charge them with your energy. So you sort of hold them, like keep them close to your heart. Maybe there's a few different ways you can do it, or a few different ways that they say you can do it. So I just held on to it for a little while, really. So yeah, I did communicate with her using the pendulum, and now I did get some responses, and I was going to post the video, but I'm just not sure that you can actually see what I could see. Like, I need to find a way to record that so that it's easier for you guys to actually see what's going on. I'm also a little bit unsure as to how much of it was if she has a spirit, or how much of it was me actually potentially moving the pendulum myself, even though I wasn't trying to. I'm a bit unsure, but again, I'm new to this world and I'm learning, and I think that, you know, potentially the more that I get comfortable with the tools that you can use to communicate, then perhaps the results will be a little bit clearer either way for me. So I did communicate with this lovely lady. So I did have a few suggestions of names for her that a couple of the ladies had said about in the haunted doll communities. So I asked her if her name was Margot, which my lovely friend Emma suggested when she saw her picture, and she most certainly said no. I did ask her if her name was Meg, and she said no. I asked her if her name was Martha, and she said yes. So this beautiful doll, beautiful lady, now has the name Martha. So at the very least, we have a name for her, which is what I wanted. I did need a name. I couldn't take not giving her a name. It was, I'm sorry, I'm just looking at her hair again. As you can see, I have not had a chance to quite fix it yet. I'm still working on it. So another couple of questions that I asked her. So I did ask her if she was over 50. She said yes. I asked her if she was over 60. She said yes. And then when I was using my spirit apps, the number 77 was said. So I thought, oh, okay, like Martha is 77. And that was sort of the age that I was really leaning to. So I did ask her through the pendulum if she was 77, and she said no. So I was a bit like, oh, okay, like that was the age that I kind of wanted her to be, but she wasn't. So then I asked her if she was 62, and she said yes. So I thought that was quite interesting, because I thought, even though, I mean, I did want her name to be Martha, I was sort of already leaning towards Martha, and I don't know how much of her response was her or what I wanted, but the fact that I really did want her to be 77. I don't know why, that's just the number that got stuck in my head from the spirit box. And I just sort of would have thought that if I was controlling the pendulum, she would have been 77. So I don't know. I think that's quite interesting though, and I think that's like a little bit different. And I did expect the answers to be what I wanted them to be, not what a spirit was telling me. And I think that's a little bit about when you use the pendulum, that's how you need to be more relaxed and sort of not have any predisposed, is that the right word, predisposed thoughts, any thoughts already in my head about what I want these answers to be. So it's just about learning to clear your mind and be really open to what's being said by your spirit. Sorry, I'm just looking at her on the camera and I just get so drawn in. I would say that when she's not here, that I can communicate clearly, but I actually can't. She's just more like my excuse at the moment, I think. But yeah, so she is my lovely, lovely Martha. So I'm just going to pop her down here. And then the moment I'm sure you have all been waiting for is my beautiful Alice. So she is tiny. Now, you remember how I said in my other videos that I have no concept of size, and that you could tell me how big something was and I wouldn't really grasp how big it was. So she was advertised as a tiny doll, and I don't really know what I thought tiny would be, but even I was quite surprised by how little she is. But I love her anyway. So I don't know how well you're... Sorry, darling. going to be able to see her. I think I might need to move forward a little bit. So this is, oh, sorry, my beautiful Alice. I don't know how well you can see her. She is absolutely beautiful. I cannot explain how much I already love her. I mean, I loved her the moment I saw her picture. So, she is obviously very, very tiny. I don't know why I decided to whisper that. She knows how little she is. She has got, I don't know if you can see, a tiny little fluff of hair and a beautiful little face. And then her arms and her legs, they move. But yeah, so that is my beautiful Alice. So she has been a bit shy, I think, at the moment. So I'm not really getting, so I'm trying to hold her so you can see her. But it's super hard because she's so tiny. So she is being quite shy at the moment, which I think is understandable and sort of goes with the fact that she is supposed to be such a young spirit. The thing that I have actually noticed about her, which I noticed today, is that she feels really warm, and like when I hold her, I can just feel this like warmth radiating through her into like my hand, which was super weird because I always thought that spirits were cold, and they, if you had a cold spot in the house, that meant there was a spirit there. But actually, apparently, I did ask on the community because I was a little bit like, why is she keeping my hand warm? Like, this is weird. She's a plastic doll, like they don't really hold heat. And they said actually that spirits can have warm energy and they can have like hot energy, or they can have like a bit cooler. So I thought that was super interesting that I can feel her. Yeah, I absolutely love her. We did go for a walk today, me, Alice, and Martha. We had a socially distanced walk with my lovely friend Tasha, just so that Tasha could meet my beautiful new additions to the family. Sorry. I'm just going to hold her there. My arm is aching a bit. I'm not used to having to be delicate or hold things. I've been on furlough. I've not had to do a lot for, oh God, a few months now. So yes, we went for a walk. I forgot what I was saying. So I have you might have seen the pictures on our Facebook page, and we are on TikTok. But I'm not gonna lie, I don't fully understand TikTok. It seems like people dancing, and I'm not sure these girls are going to dance for me. I mean, they might, but they probably wouldn't. And I'm not particularly good at dancing either. But yes, sorry, I told you I get quite distracted. So I have a clear plastic bag. It's not plastic. Oh, it is a plastic bag, but that makes it sound like it's a shopping bag. It's not a shopping bag. It's like a handbag that's clear. And I had my beautiful dolls in there, and they came for a walk with me. And I did feel a bit weird to start with. I just think, oh gosh, like people are going to think I'm a little bit mad. And then I realised, well, I don't really actually care what people think. If I did, I probably would not be doing these videos with dolls. So yeah, we went for a walk. A poor gentleman did nearly fall off his bike doing a double take at Martha and Alice, and I did feel a bit bad, but I may have smiled a little bit to myself. But yeah, so they came out with me. They met my lovely friend Tasha, and she's quite intuitive as well, so it's quite interesting to see sort of how she thought about my lovely new additions to the family. I think they actually really liked being outside as well. I just thought, you know what, a bit of change of scenery for them, you know, why not? So yeah, that has been our fun packed day. So what I will do is I will do another video and I will talk a bit about the tools that you can use to help you communicate to spirits. But yeah, I just really wanted to introduce Alice to you and to reintroduce the lovely Martha with her new name. Well, it's not a new name, but it's new to us. So yeah, these little beauties are best friends, and I am super excited to share my journey with them with you guys. So thank you so much for watching and for putting up with my rambling. If you have any vibes from my dolls, or if you have any sort of feelings come through, or if you see anything a little bit weird in these videos that I don't always notice, then absolutely comment below. Do like this video, share this video if you want to. You might not want to, but yeah, so thank you so much for watching, and I will speak to you guys soon. Take care. Bye bye.